What up, y'all? Get on up in here. What up, 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 what up? Hope y'all are having an amazing Tuesday. Hope everything that y'all done set out to do, y'all done got accomplished. Popped on here a little bit of a different time today. Look, y'all, I go by Zabo 103. I get on these live platforms, y'all, and I get on here. Information that I know about y'all, to be honest with you. If I know it, you get it for free. Shout out to everybody, y'all, that are on all these platforms. So I want to give a shout out to my YouTube family. Shout out to y'all. Give a shout out to my Instagram family. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my TikTok family. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Facebook, Rumble, Riff, whatever platform you watching me from. Shout out to y'all. I wanted to get on here real quickly and chop it up with y'all. It's all love, family. I appreciate you. I don't know what you're talking about, family. But I wanted to get on here and chop it up with y'all for a little while today. I figured I'd get on at just a random time because it seemed like the right thing to do. Plus, I had a few minutes. I said, let me just tap in here. One of the things I know yesterday we had a very long interactive conversation yesterday, and it was pretty interesting, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, because normally when I go over this strategy or I go over the blueprint on what it is you probably should be doing to accomplish the things you need to accomplish, I normally start off with the figure that I know is not real for people because I want reality to sink in for folks. Everybody and mama say they make 100 grand a year. I get it. We know that's not true, y'all. Everybody don't make six figures, y'all. You gotta be real with yourself. We know the medium income realistically is about $57,000 in this country. It just is what it is, y'all. So it was interesting because typically when we start talking about things about budgeting, um, for the fellas, sorry, child support, everybody talk about how much money they don't make. And I'm here to tell you, and I'm gonna continue telling you all the same thing. It doesn't matter how much money you make or don't make, y'all. It's about your discipline and the decisions that you make with the money that you have. Because the reality of it is this, y'all. You don't lack money. You lack information taking action with it. So yesterday was pretty interesting. I got a bunch of messages from folks telling me how powerful it was. And I was like, yo, like, I get it. You said it was powerful. It was motivational. You just inspired me to do X, Y, and Z, and that's all good and well. But what you gonna do about it? Stop talking and start doing. That's where the real magic happens at, y'all. All this other stuff really is irrelevant. It don't even matter. Shout out to the young man or young woman or whoever it was yesterday on the live that said they were making 15 grand a year. We did the same exercise with $15,000 a year. We've done the same exercise from Section 8. So it don't matter, y'all. You make more than what they make on Section 8. You make more than 15 grand a year. It does not matter, y'all. I keep saying the same thing, y'all. And if you make $0 in a year, hey, get off your butt and do something. Because don't nobody care if you don't make no money a year. Don't nobody care if you're going to struggle. No one's coming to save you. In fact, continue to struggle if that's what you want to do. But people ain't looking to help you out in real life. You got to do some stuff for yourself. That's the truth, y'all. I, I don't. I don't look at things the same way most people look at them, and I get it. It may offend some people. It may make some people upset, but the real reality of it is this: it does not matter. You being upset does not change your situation at all. The scarier part about it is if someone gives you something, that really don't change your situation either, y'all. You might think it do, but it don't. If somebody came out right now and they gave you, they said, all right, you wanted to start your business or whatever it is, and they gave you $50,000, it's not going to change your situation, y'all, because you don't understand the purpose of money. The only thing you're going to do, you're going to go out and get your little business started, do what you got to do, right? You might attempt to try to figure out how to buy some products, and then you're going to get back in your rat race and you're going to take your money to do what? Pay bills. Pay bills. Think about that. Think about how many times, what's up, family? You didn't gave people money because they said they needed it to do things, and then they turn around and don't do the things that they said they were going to do. 6 months later, a year later, they build up enough courage to ask you for more. Think about this stuff for a second, y'all. Money is not your issue. Your mindset is your issue, people. The information that you get, people, is your issue. What you do with the information that you get is your issue. It has nothing to do with money, y'all. You think you need money so much. You know realistically, you can go down to the county clerk office. As soon as you get down to the county clerk office, ask the receptionist. The first one you meet, they know everything and everybody. They got all the connections in the world, but they ain't doing none of these things for themselves. I'm certain of it. Just ask them though. Hey, I want to learn how to write grants. Is there somewhere like a program I can join on how to write grants? But I don't have no money. Is there a program where I can do this for free? Watch them give you a program you can sign up for. You don't have to be in that class. You might spend a few hours there. Who cares? You're learning how to write grants, right? What some of the things going to be said to you when you tell people, hey, I'm learning how to write grants? Man, I tried to write grants before, man. Y'all never get you no money out of it. You'll never get no money out them grants, man. You'll never do that. That's what they're going to tell you, right? What happens when you decide to write 10 grants a day because you understand how to write? So you see all these grants you qualify for, and you just decide every single day, I'm going to apply for 10 different grants every single day. That's 300 grants minimally a month that I'm applying for. I'm applying minimally for 300 grants every single month. 300. Now we know when we start talking about things like conversion rates when it comes to, you know, making money, collecting money from a consumer or whatever it is, a 5% conversion rate is tremendous. But for the most part, if you get like a 1 or 2%, you're still doing good. If you get a 2% conversion rate on these 300 grants every single month that you're writing, the average grant you're writing for minimally is $5,000. That means you get 6 grants approved every single month. That's $30,000, boys and girls. You ain't making that type of money on your job. Not even close. Your business ain't generating that type of money, y'all. How do I know this? The business owners, the people at jobs, the people, even celebrities, all bragging about making 6 figures a year. All of them. You think about all these people that you're looking up to, everybody bragging about making 6 figures a year. What happened when you start clearing that 30 grand a year because your conversion rate 2%. You're gonna leave your job. When you leave your job, guess what you're gonna be able to do? Write more grants. So now you're not doing 10 grants a day, you're doing 20. If you keep that same conversion rate at, I don't know, 2%, it sounds like you generate $60,000 a month. Now, what are you doing with this money? What you said you're gonna do with this money? Start your business. But people ain't thinking, y'all. They just talking. Which comes to the question that I'm asking y'all today. Is there a such thing as the present? What are your thoughts? Is there really a such thing as the present? I'm going to go with a no. I'm going to go with a no. There's a such thing as the future. There's a such thing as the past. But I don't believe in the present at all. It's just not a real thing for me. What do I mean? Right now, we were just in the present. We're not in the present no more. We're in the past. As soon as it came out of my mouth, we in the past. Think about what I just said. But you hear everybody and their mama say, there's no time like the present. Because they want you to get stuck on something else that ain't real, y'all. Somebody make this make sense to me. It's definitely subjective. But as soon as you thought about the present, it's gone. As soon as that second just went by, it's the past. If you want to count the present a little bit earlier, that's the future. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. What are you going to do to change your life? Change your thought process, people. Change your thought process, people. Why am I asking the question, is there such thing as the present? The reason why I'm asking those questions, I'm trying to get you in the mindset of doing things right now so that you can make better decisions for the future, realizing everything I do right now is going to impact me in the future. This is how you start to line things up so you can win, y'all. I'll give you an example. Last week we were talking about kids and kids working and getting the tax break for the kids and writing it off, all the stuff we normally talk about, right? Most states, I know the age limit for kids working, most states is like 14. They got some states where they're a little bit more aggressive. They got some states where the age is a little bit more higher. About 15 years old, right? That's the gist of it. A couple weeks ago, leading up to last week, I realized if you own land and it happens to be agricultural land, your kid can start legally working at any age. Now, I didn't know that, y'all. I didn't have no clue about it. Because here I am, I didn't hire 4 of my 6 kids. The other 2, I was waiting for them to get 14. Think about what I just said. I have agricultural land. I can put my 2 youngest to work right now. It blew my mind. So what did I do? I had to talk to my CPA to get an understanding of what was what, to make sure I still was within the law because I'm a law-abiding citizen. I had to make it make sense on how much I could and could not pay them to make it make logical sense for not just me, because I don't do anything personally. I had to make sure it made sense for my businesses or one of the businesses. Make it make sense, y'all. But people don't hear these type of things. Why? Because they're conditioned to think one way, y'all. They're conditioned to think the way that they were told to think. None of this stuff is real, y'all. None of it. So when I ask the question, is there a such thing as the present? Y'all, it ain't real. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see something real quick. I apologize. I had to take that phone call, y'all. What's up, family? So what am I saying, y'all? I'm saying to y'all that your thought process has to shift. What you have been conditioned of thinking is off, y'all. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow. It is something hard to hear from somebody else. All the stuff you've been thinking about, it's off. I promise you, the things that you've been thinking about your whole life, it make listen, I am the person that had to go through this process, and I realized all the things that I was thinking about, my process, what I believed worked and didn't work, how I looked at life when it came to success, how I looked at things when it came to money, how I looked at things when it came to relationship. Y'all, it was off. And I understand firsthand it's very difficult to accept that. But you got to start thinking a different way, y'all. Let me give you an example. Couple of things I want you to think about. There's no time better than the present. I'm going to go back there for a second because I want this to make sense, y'all. Shake the roses. When you think about the word presence, what do you think about? The presence, presence, present, present. What do you think about, y'all? Think about now. Okay. Do you think about now as in right now? Because right now is gone. Right now it's gone. You just type right now, it's in the past. Here and now. All right, I like Luther too. The moment. The moment happened and it's gone. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. When you say present as well, what else do you think about? Gifts. What's my present that you're gonna get, buddy? Somebody tell me what did it get me? The gift, the present. Tell me my present. I want to know what the gift is, right? Today is a gift, right? That's why they call it the present, right? This stuff is gonna get spooky, y'all. Imagine in the verbiage called the present, it was still conditioning your mind. Appreciate your family. It was still conditioning your mind to be a consumer. Oh, I don't think y'all heard what I just said. I'm gonna try to tread lightly because I ain't trying to get in no trouble, but I'm gonna say it again. When you think about a present and you thinking about the gift, think about this for a second, boys and girls. It's only condition you to be a consumer. You don't have a way to get in contact with me personally, family. I don't do that. No shade against you. I just don't do that. Think about what I just said, y'all. Nobody hears this stuff. Well, let's look at things in the present moment, right? January, the month of January. Name some things in the month of January that you celebrate. I'm just curious, y'all. What do you celebrate in the month of January? Just curious. Is there anything you celebrate in the month of January? New Year's. Wow. They got some other things you celebrate in January too, right? Some people got birthdays in January. Some people have, some people celebrate MLK Day in January. The month of January. January, New Year's Day, you might have the biggest sale in the world. Imagine that. Mm, mm. Well, let's move on, boys and girls. The month of February, what do you celebrate? Somebody's birthday, maybe? Valentine's Day, maybe? I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Well, it is what it is. You're consumed enough so far. What do they celebrate in the month of March, y'all? Anybody want to guess? What happens in March, boys and girls? What are you celebrating in the month of March? Anybody? Anybody want to take me out? Spring break. St. Patty's Day. Amazing. And somebody's birthday. Wowzers. What are we celebrating in April? April Fools. I know one person ain't gonna be celebrating April Fools. I ain't playing that game with you. That's your landlord. But Easter, there you go. And guess what else? Somebody's birthday. Tax time too. We ain't gonna talk about that. Hold on now. Y'all stay with me. What are they celebrating in May? Ooh, what y'all celebrating in May outside of birthdays? What are y'all celebrating outside of birthdays in the month of May? Anybody? Memorial Day? May the 4th, May the 4th be with you. Cinco de Mayo. Oh my goodness. A lot of celebrating going on. What are they celebrating in the month of June? Actually, Mother's Day. Ooh, look at that. How did I forget that? Shout out to the mothers. What are they celebrating in the month of June? Anybody? Summertime, birthdays. What else? Now they got Father's Day in June too. They don't really celebrate the fathers, but you understand. What are they celebrating in the month of July besides a birthday, y'all? The 4th of July? Huh. Now they don't really celebrate nothing in August, right? Outside of birthdays, right? Well, they ain't gotta really celebrate nothing in the month of August for real, right? It's summertime, but people have birthdays in August. But more importantly, parents are getting prepared to start back shopping for school. We celebrated our kid went to the next grade by buying them some new pretty clothes and some pretty shoes. We're gonna take that in the summer vacation. Why? Because the kids about to go back to school. What do they celebrate in September, y'all? We gonna keep going. I just want to see what I just want to see. What do they celebrate in September outside of birthdays, y'all? I'm listening. It wasn't really, they had Labor Day, but nobody's really celebrating that. You got a bunch of cookouts. RIP for the people that happened to in 9/11. Sound like a big day too, huh? What are you celebrating in October outside of birthdays? Anybody know? Anybody want to take a guess? October the 31st. Amazing. What they celebrate in November, y'all, outside of the birthdays? They got Veterans Day. They got the Day of Thanks and all the sales you can think of. We all know what they celebrate in December, right? How you celebrate the holiday of Christmas in December and then have the audacity to celebrate New Year's Eve. Those are your presents, y'all. Because when all these different things transpire, you get a sale for that present moment. Ultimately, you've been conditioned your whole life to be a consumer. So when I think about the present, I just think about consumers. That's it. I don't think about right now, or like Luther said, here and now. I'm thinking about the gift that keep on giving. You. You are the gift that keeps on giving. Every time you turn around, you giving more up. Every single time you turn around, you're giving more things up. Think about that for a second, y'all. So when I ask the question, is there a such thing as the present? I don't think so. I think it's a way to keep you as a consumer. And it's unfortunately because your way of thinking won't even allow most people to even let that switch go off so you can see it. The scarier part about that is, here's the scarier part about this, y'all. And I don't even want to say it this way, but I have to. Think about when moments happen for you. You save a date to celebrate. So outside of all these different holidays that you're getting, right? Outside of your birthdays, you also have anniversaries. We're going to celebrate every single year our anniversary. And the ladies, sorry, y'all ain't going to let the fellas forget it. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. Football season come on. Woman, the only thing I ask you to do is be quiet while the game is on. Baby, I'm going to the tailgating. We can't afford to buy no tickets. I know, but I'm going to go and stand outside. I got my jersey I didn't pay for. I got my hat. I'm going to go down with the fellas, give me a couple of brews, and we going to go down and kick it at the tailgate. It's only going to cost me $35 to park. I might even catch the train. Now you got to celebrate. Your team didn't make it to the Super Bowl this year because when y'all turn. Consumership, people. So here's what I'm going to tell y'all. Later for the present. Look at the past so you can learn your lesson. See, when you read the fine print on things, right? That's called education. When you don't read the fine print and you get hit over the head, that's called experience. I hope y'all just caught that. I hope y'all picked that up. As I would say to myself, that's a ball. What am I talking about? You need to learn from your past. You've already been hit in the head for it, y'all. And you need to start planning for the future. There's no such thing as the present, y'all. It's a false illusion. It's not real. You got to map out what your next steps are going to be for the future, y'all. for the future. Anything beyond that, eh, what's the point? What is the point, y'all? Because as soon as you keep on thinking, I gotta live in the moment, I gotta live in the present, your past is gonna keep reminding you how much of a failure you really are. Because you're never learning from your past. That's all your past is meant to do is teach you things so that in the future you don't have to repeat these things. Have you ever noticed every single year you do the same thing when you make this beautiful New Year's resolution? I'm gonna go out and make more money this year. I'm gonna start this business this year. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You make all these New Year's resolutions to repeat the same thing because you haven't learned the lessons of the past. And then by learning the lessons from the past, you haven't planned the things for your future. I hope y'all picking this up because it may seem like I'm speaking almost in codes, but this stuff should be crystal clear. 100% should be crystal clear. Think about that for a second. Going back to the example of most people understand that their kids have to wait till they 14 to start working. I understand by having kids that are over 14 years old. Think about what I'm saying. They're working. My kids under 14 ain't working. A little bit of research, a little bit of action taken, came up with the idea that all my kids can work no matter how old they are. They just got to be working on that agriculture land, boys and girls. That's going to save me a couple of dollars. And then saving those couple of dollars, guess what it's going to do? Put a more couple of dollars into effect to do what? Buy more land. Why am I considering buying more land? Because it's for the future. That's always the plan for the future. See, I never talked about payments back to the whole life insurance policy. Sure, I do all the time. Put a one in the chat if you've ever heard me on these lives say that if you borrow from your whole life insurance policy, you got to pay it back. Key word in there is borrow. I'm just saying. Yeah, you got to pay it back. You want to pay it back. You're paying yourself back with interest. Y'all, this is not a get rich kick. You're not paying yourself back. It's not you gotta pay yourself back, y'all. This is not a get rich quick scheme, y'all. Rich don't even exist. This is what I'm talking about right here. Nothing against you, family, but it does lead into what I'm saying. The way we have been conditioned to think, y'all, it has us missing key things, y'all. It has us believing things, y'all, that just ain't real. And I trust me, I'm 5 years ago, y'all, you would never hear me speak this way because I didn't really fully understand. 4 years ago, when I started to come into this understanding, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was difficult, y'all. It was difficult. So I didn't necessarily look at the land in Mississippi before I went and purchased it. It's a short-term deal. Let me say that. I have I guess I call him a friend. I have a friend that buys land, but he buys specifically hunting land. And he was kind of tied up to get this property that he wanted in Mississippi. So he reached out to me asking me, could I do it? So I did it. So it'll be mine. And once his money is freed back up, he'll buy it back from me with that interest. Because I don't know a lot about hunting like that, y'all. I know you can make a lot of money off of it, but I'm not in that field right now. And it's not something I would tackle right now because they're actively doing. They actively have hunting going on that land right now. Him and his team will work the land and do all the other stuff, but when it's time to pay me back, he got to pay me back with interest in order to own it. Remember, I do what the super wealthy people do, and I do what the banks do. I can't talk too much about it because I don't want to get in trouble, but not with that situation, but with what the banks do. You get it? You know how you go get a property and you decide that you can't afford to buy it, so you go get a mortgage, but you still say it's yours. It's pretty interesting, y'all. That's right. The bank is a lending institution, and I don't do that for a lot of people, y'all. That's not how that works. But it's one of them things like the bank say, if you got the money and you don't need the money, we'll lend it to you. You get it? So it's interesting, y'all, because what I'm sharing right now is this, y'all. You have to really unlearn all the things that you thought you knew when you learned and relearn what you should be learning. And the only way y'all gonna be able to do this, honestly, you gotta realize there's no such thing as thinking outside of the box. The box don't exist. There's no such thing as this cup being half empty or half full. It's refillable. I hope y'all picking this stuff up. It's refillable, boys and girls. All these different things that you have been saying, or we have been saying, it's an ugly situation. Looking for a property that you are a person, or does it really matter? What do you mean? So if you're looking for properties that you're purchasing, there's different facets of everything. I got your family. I uploaded one of them yesterday. The one from yesterday just downloaded. So when I get off this live, I'll update it to the YouTube at Zabo103. And then I'll download this as well. Well, I want to download this because it's live on YouTube right now, so it's already up. But sometimes you have to pivot too. Because again, there is no box. So you have to make decisions that work. Sure, I'm always going to be looking for land. I'm always going to purchase land, 100%. But the reality of it is, sometimes different opportunities become available to you. And if you have access to take advantage of them, you take advantage of them. You take advantage of them. Now, I'm not talking about taking advantage of the person. I'm take advantage of the situation. Hope you get it. The other thing I would say is this, y'all. When you think about all the things that we've been conditioned to believe and see and think about, because that's what we were told, when you really just sit back and use a little bit of common sense, y'all, you're going to realize this stuff don't make sense, y'all. Imagine I was the person running around Bank of America every single day when somebody would ask me, hey, you're making all this money at the bank and you make a bunch of money in all these different businesses. Why haven't you left the bank? And my fool self would tell people, I cannot leave the bank because Bank of America provides amazing benefits. That's what I would tell folks. I can't believe looking back on it that I was so silly telling people I cannot leave my job because I get amazing benefits. What was even more mind-boggling looking back on it, people took that answer and said, yep, they do got some good benefits. So, you definitely don't want to leave that behind. Meanwhile, it's coming out my check every pay period. Medical, dental, vision. The bank wasn't giving me nothing. I was paying for it. Not only was I getting money from a consumer, giving them all the money for them to give me a fraction of it back, they also was taking the money off of my insurance audit. They could have paid for it, all the money I gave them. So I got money from the customer, gave it to the bank, $720 million a year, for them to give me a fraction of it back, and them still take this money out my paycheck for my benefits, and I still was giving them the actual credit. Like their name was Santa Claus. I'm busy that day, boys and girls. Let me remind everybody, this is a safe place. Everybody's welcome. I'm on here showing love. We're not punching down. Everybody's welcome. This is our mindset, y'all. This is 100% our mindset. We have no clue. And if we just used a little bit of common sense, y'all, I promise you, this stuff will be game over for real. The moment you really decide to stand up, it's really over, y'all. The moment you realize you are doing 80% of whatever business it is that you want to do right now today for your job. When you realize that, it's game over. It's game over. Imagine you at work busting your butt to every year complaining about they don't pay you enough. I know they don't pay you enough. You pay them a lot. Your job ain't got no money, y'all. They never have. Well, we can't be in a world where everybody's an owner. Everybody don't know how to do everything, so you're always gonna pay somebody. Let's do an example right here, y'all. We got 6 different, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 different cameras up. We're gonna play a little game with 3 of them. 2 other cameras and myself. All right. So we're gonna go here with YouTube, and we'll do Instagram, right? TikTok, y'all play along. Facebook, y'all play along. Rumble Riff, y'all play along. Watch this. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, I owe YouTube $20. Let's say, for the sake of argument, YouTube owes Instagram $20. Let's add on to it and say that Instagram owes me $10. Well, $20, I'm sorry. So I owe YouTube $20. YouTube owe Instagram $20. And Instagram owe me, Zabo103, $20. What's up, family? Let's say I've been busting my butt, going crazy. I made $10. I made my $10, y'all. Guess what I got to do with my $10? I got to give good old YouTube they $10. Once I give YouTube that $10, I no longer owe YouTube $20. I only owe YouTube $10 more, right? So YouTube got that $10. What YouTube gonna do with their $10? Well, they owe Instagram $20. They're gonna politely give Instagram that $10, so they no longer owe Instagram $20. They owe Instagram $10. Instagram got their $10. What Instagram gonna do? They owe me $20. They gonna give me $10. What you think I'm gonna do with my $10? I'm gonna pay good old YouTube off. with that $10. Now I don't owe YouTube no more money. What YouTube gonna do with their $10? They gonna give it to Instagram. Now they don't owe Instagram no money. What Instagram gonna do? They gonna give that $10 to me, and now they don't owe me no more money. The $10 just went in the circle, y'all. This is what's happening every single day, boys and girls. If you haven't figured it out, it's always somebody else's money. It's just being circulated around. This is the reason why you trade your cash in for land. Because the reality of it is, the longer you hold on to it, you just holding it for somebody else. What's up, Nate? Nobody hears this stuff, y'all. But your mentality has been conditioned to think something different. Oh, no, man. No, what are you talking about? How does all this stuff play the part? Thank you. You said it. Recycling. Do you have a recycle bin at your house? Do you? Do you put your plastic in one, your cardboard in another, your aluminum in? Do you recycle? All these things that are in place, y'all, I'm telling you, is not real. It's an illusion to keep you being a consumer. Nobody hears this stuff, y'all. No one hears this stuff. All this stuff is the same, y'all. Ain't nothing different about it. It's just that we believe, so it's real. So when we believe in something, regardless of what anybody say, it's real to the person that believe it. So when I hit you with a present, or I give you a present, I'm gonna be a consumer either way. I'm gonna say it again. When I hit you with the present, or I give you a present, I'm a consumer both ways. Let me ask you a question. How much money did you spend today? This present day, how much money did you spend, or how many gifts did you give out today? The present, today. I want to see it. Put the dollar amount in the chat that you didn't spend today. I'm listening. You didn't spend more than $0. $45. You didn't spend more than $0. I can guarantee you didn't spend more than $0. Guarantee it. Y'all want to put it to the test? Y'all want to put it to the test? All right, let me give you an example. All of you all are on a smartphone right now. If you look at how much your bill is on your smartphone, today is costing you X amount of dollars for your smartphone. Now you're going to pay it in the future once you get the money from him, her, me, you. Whatever percentage of that money is, you're giving it to your cell phone provider. You spent money, boys and girls. You got to eat today. Just because you prepared and bought it ahead of time from the grocery store to cook it today, you plan to spend this money today. So what does that mean? I went to the grocery store on the 15th. I got my meal that I'm gonna prepare today on the 27th. You already paid for it. Your light bill, your water bill if you got one. We can keep going even if you living with somebody, y'all. Even if you living with somebody, you getting up, walking in the kitchen to take a sip of water out the faucet still costs you money. It's a crazy thing to think, But it's because our mind is not conditioned to think this way that we can't even wrap our brain around it costs you to breathe. It costs you to breathe. No one hears this stuff. No one hears it. You made 1,200 trading. You haven't spent no money today. Hmm. What platform do you use to trade? I'm curious. What platform do you use to trade? I'm curious. You use Forex? Did you do it from your phone or did you do it from your computer? Did you do it from a phone or did you do it from a computer? Did you do it from a phone or did you do it from a computer? Okay. How much did you pay for the computer? Just curious. How much did you pay for your internet connection? How much did you pay for your light bill for it to be on so you can make this computer power on? You don't have an actual light bill because you operate for a generator. How much did you pay for the generator? Did you eat lunch today? Your trade pays for them. Everybody made money today, family. You're not the only person, but you still bought something. You still are a consumer. Okay. Are you homeless? Do you not have a place to live? Do you pay rent? Do you pay a mortgage? Reach into your bag where you trading all these things, making the money that you're making, and pay your rent and pay your mortgage. Ain't none of this stuff free. You're a consumer. It's the truth. No one's exempt from this. This thing called the present, it is a gift to all the consumers in the world. To all the consumers in the world, and that includes you. You're not exempt. You might think you are, but this is where your mind, no disrespect to you because I'm showing love, but this is how your mind been conditioned your whole life. Your mind been conditioned this way your whole life. Now, had you told me, right, that you sitting on 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 acres of land, you got well water running through there, you still spent money to get that well water going. You then told me you got satellites that you're connected to for your satellite phone. It ain't through a service plan. Or you got satellite TV that's not through Dish Network. You paid it once and that was it. You got satellite internet that's not connected to a provider. Oh my God. Okay, you win. You're right. You understand. But you guaranteed a seven-figure skill. Okay. You're right, family. I'm wrong, y'all. Forex is a seven-figure skill. You got it, family. I ain't gonna play around, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh man. If you know what you're doing, you can 100% guarantee the seven figures. That's not what I'm laughing at, family. That's not what I'm laughing at all. I believe you, but and no disrespect to you, because I believe the truth could never be considered disrespect. So I'm going to say this. This is what you know, right? So you know and you believe in your heart of hearts that trading forex and all these other things that you're doing is going to guarantee you a six figures a year, right? If you understand it. I'm telling you that this six figures a year is pennies. I'm going to say it again, and I ain't trying to disrespect you. It's pennies. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to walk down the rabbit hole and I'm going to play. I'm going to play a little bit. I assume, because I don't know nothing, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I'm learning, right? If you're trading Forex and you know what you're doing and you're making six figures a year, we're going to cap it off at $100,000 minimally that you're making every single year. Did you make $100,000 in 2023 that you were able to take out, or you were waiting on the bull run? If the answer is yes, amazing. Let's keep playing. If the answer was no, then tell me, what are you doing wrong? I'm hoping the answer is yes, because I want to keep going down this path with you. So please answer my question. So bull run is crypto, meaning seven figures. Oh, you said seven figures. That's even better. So you made seven figures last year, at least $1 million, right? Profits, what you pulled out. That's what you're telling me right now. And you said if you're doing it right and you know what you're doing, you can make seven figures guaranteed. You will draw profits weekly. So did you make seven figures in profits last year in 2023? Just curious. We listening. Because you said if you know what you're doing. Yeah, totally. And you started in July? Amazing. I'm guessing that you teach people how to do this for free, right? Do you teach people how to do this for free, or do you have a course that you sell to teach people this? Because these people that's on this live, they hungry. They want to make money. Do you teach people how to do this for free, or do you have a course that you're selling to teach people this? Just a question. Because we trying to learn, y'all. Okay. So you network with a series of other traders so that you can do what? Would you be interested in teaching people for free? Yeah, we know. Most people don't understand. Most people don't understand only traders do. But you can't teach people how to be traders? Of course they don't understand, but you said if you know how to do it and you do it the right way, you should be able to teach it, right? You doing it. You making seven figures a year. We want to know how you do it. Explain it to us for free. We might be able to catch on right now. Thank you, user. The reason why I'm asking this question, we have some traders that are in my live right now, and this is what they do for a living too. So if you can give us a glimpse of it, they can break it down, dumb it down for us. I can, but for what they're not going to use, who cares? It don't matter. It ain't gonna cost you no money. So if you give the information out and they don't use it, they ain't got nothing to do with you. You making seven figures a year anyway. So it don't matter. Oh, I appreciate you, family. Much love for that. Give it to us for free, family. I can, yeah, but for what they okay, that's no. Here's what happened. This is what I'll assure you. If you give it to me right now, I will use it right now today. Don't worry about that. Give it to me right now today. I got my Mac right here. I'm gonna go on what platform. I'm gonna sign up whatever platform I need to be on right now today, and I'm gonna start today. You tell me the entry point that I need to put in right now, and I'll plug it in right now. I don't care what the number is. Go. I need a broker. I got a broker. I can call a broker right now. In fact, don't even worry about it. Let's go with some people that's on the live right now. Lux, are you on the live right now? Shout out to Lux. I think Lux is a broker, if I'm not mistaken. Lux, you on the live right now? If you explain this stuff to us right now, Lux is a broker. We can connect with Lux right now. Go on and give us the information, and we'll make sure Lux set us up right now. Because you said you made seven figures last year. Man, we all over this. I don't care what it takes. Let's make this happen. No, he probably typing. Did we miss it? Did I miss it? Did I miss what he said? Did I miss it? No, nothing. What's up, family? Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna move on, y'all. I tried to get us some free game, y'all. For somebody that made seven figures in 2023. I missed it, y'all. Dang. Here's what I'm gonna say, boys and girls. He's talking about he made seven figures in 2023. Today is February the 27th. February 27th. Let's do the math real quick, boys and girls. January, it was 31 days in the month of January. We're 27 days in here now. That, boys and girls, is 58 days that it has been for the whole entire year of 2024. I've already spent over seven figures this year. You telling me you made seven figures last year with your I'm telling you I've already spent it in 58 days. this year, starting from zero. But you didn't hear that from me. And I got the audacity to be getting on these live for the last 60 weeks straight, giving it to people for free that I understand will never understand all the stuff that I'm saying, but I'm gonna keep on getting on here for free, giving it away. Why? Because at some point it'll click. I get it. You want some time. We gave you some time, family, but we can't talk to you, man. We can't talk to you. You sound smart to somebody stupid. And that's what's unfortunate. I got enough common sense to know for a fact if you are doing Forex and you're generating 7 figures a year doing it, you wouldn't be on my live at all. I know that for a fact. Why? Your eyes will be locked into the screen right now. You'll be jacked in. You will 100% be jacked in. What's up, family? You'll be jacked all the way in. It's no way humanly possible you would waste any time giving anything else, let alone debating somebody that ain't helping you making no money. So you say. Think about that for a second, y'all. People just be talking, y'all. Waiting on the entry point. That's funny. People just be talking, and it's unfortunate, y'all. And it's all to derail people. My mod said he had 0 followers and he was following 10. And his Instagram, he has 200 followers and he's following 4,000. The followers don't matter either, y'all. My thing is, look, when you have information, y'all, you gotta just, it's okay to give it out. If you're one of them people that think that I can't give this information out because I'm creating competition for myself, I'm gonna be honest with you. You just a consumer and you don't get it yet. And I'm not mad because everybody don't give it out. Everybody don't give that information out, y'all. And I get that too. But the reality of it is, if you're gonna be on social media and you're gonna be on social media to debate for free, share some information that can help somebody, y'all. Share some information that can help people. Share some information that's going to put people in a better place. You're telling me you're not only in a place of privilege, you're in the top 1% of earners in America. You make over that $628,000 a year, and you telling me you can't give 5-minute conversation around how you generated 7 figures in a year? What are we talking about, y'all? You ain't gonna explain something, and the first thing you say is people ain't gonna understand. Well, what was it when you didn't understand? Before you started making 7 figures, because you told me you just started in July, you didn't understand. You had to learn it, right? So you want me to believe in all these good, clean people on all these social media platforms that you learned how to do Forex last year, and you started in July, and you made over 7 figures? I have a ton of people on my live right now that have done Forex before, including me, that understands the ins and outs of it and then generate not even 6 figures a year, let alone 7 in a year. The whole point of it is, you know how much capital you need to start off with to generate 7 figures in Forex in 5 months? These people, they think people crazy, y'all. They think people crazy. People are like, I don't know what it is, y'all, but it's all a part of keeping you being consumers. Someone come up with this outlandish thing that they didn't accomplish and this outlandish thing they didn't did. to make it seem like it's so far-fetched for you, and then they beat you down and tell you how you can't do it. All this stuff don't work, y'all. People just be talking. He typing at the crib right now in his mama house. I said it. He typing right now at the crib from his mama house. The only thing he got in his name is a social media account. Oh my goodness, man. I'm gonna do better, y'all. I'm gonna do better. When you think, you research, and you take action, y'all, you can do anything. And I mean, you can do anything. It does not matter. It does not matter, y'all. You can do anything. That's what's so powerful about it, y'all. You just gotta take a couple steps back and start processing this stuff, y'all. I sit here sometimes and I be in my office, I be in my movie theater. Heck, I go in the gym sometime and work out every now and then. 16 acres at 250,000. It depends on where it's at. If it's not too far from the city, then it might be a good deal. If it's like in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing around it at all, that might be a little expensive. It also depends on what's on there right now. Is it 16 acres of this field? Is it 16 acres of like what is it? You know what I mean? That so it makes it's all trees. It depends on what's around it. How far from the highway is it, right? How far from the major city is it? Is there shopping around? Oh, I don't know what happened, y'all. My Instagram just went pop. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, y'all. I must be saying, am I saying the wrong thing? I must be saying the wrong thing, y'all. My Instagram went pop. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna stay up off of that. Definitely the type of trees matter too. It just depends on what it is. It could be a good deal. 20 minutes from shopping, 40 minutes from downtown. Yeah, that might be a good deal. That might be a good deal. 20 minutes from shopping, 40 minutes from downtown. That might be a really good deal. You might be right, Dre. I got to chill on that. My bad. You're right about that. Because the last time I said that, that happened too on that platform. You might be right about that too. He might be doing something in his mom house with. That's pretty funny. Yeah, but that sounds like a pretty good deal. But the point that I'm making, y'all, out of all of this is that you have the ability to do all these different things, y'all. I don't know what happened to this platform, y'all. You really have the ability to do all these things. You just got to make it make sense, y'all. You 100%, without a doubt, got to make it make sense. Because if you make it make sense, you're going to win, y'all. I promise you're going to win. There's not really another way around it. And I'm going to go out on an extreme limb. If you think, if you research, and you take action, can you make 7 figures in a year doing Forex? I think you can. If you think long enough and you come up with a strategy to make it work the way it's supposed to work, you do your research so you can get the complete understanding, and you take action, could you make that happen? At some point in your career of trading, you probably could. At some point in the conversation, you probably could. 100%. And that's the truth, y'all. But I will say, if you're going to be the person that's trading Forex making 7 figures a year, you got to put up some capital, y'all. You got to make stuff happen. Maybe. No, I think you're right, because when you think about all the money that the banks make from people going out trading, you'll be surprised. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it ain't too many people that can beat that algorithm, y'all. It really ain't. And I know that people have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. But the real reality is this, y'all. You can't really win like that. Let me see something real quick. Let me screenshot what you just said. Use it. That was a good bit. I'm gonna do a little bit on that. But you really can't beat that conversation, y'all. You really can't. And most people think that you can, but you can't, y'all. That algorithm is always gonna beat you. And it's unfortunate, but that algorithm always gonna beat you, y'all. Always. So what I'm saying is listen. If you're on a person live, whether it's my live or somebody else live, y'all, it does not matter. Stop looking for a debate just to be talking. It don't make sense, y'all. Fellas, y'all gotta give me a minute. When ladies get together, when women get together, y'all, for the most part, they talk, they gossip, they do all these other things. But if these ladies they get together and they want to plan some form of a business together, they get so much stuff accomplished, y'all. Because they know how to have conversations with each other, right? To start building. And they get them fine details, y'all. They really do. We, on the other hand, it's hard to go in business with other men because everybody want to be the boss. Everybody want to be the top dog. Nobody wants to follow. So most of the time when you have stuff like that happening, y'all, you just have a group of men arguing and debating. And there's never really any true progress because the reality of it is they done spent the last 35 years arguing about it. It blows my mind, y'all. It blows my mind. Everybody want to be the top dog, and I'm like, I get it, y'all. Be your own top dog. It's not like this mysterious competition that's out there, y'all. It ain't real, y'all. You're just wasting time, which is the most valuable thing that you have. I'm sitting right here listening to this young man, and I'm assuming it's a young man, y'all. It can be anybody. But I'm listening to this young man tell me flat out he started in July and made his 7 figures off of Forex. I'm sitting here doing the math as he's telling me this. And as I'm listening to this stuff, I'm saying to myself, I don't know your background, I don't know what you started from, but in order for you to make $1 million in Forex in 5 months, you had to start with at least $250,000. At least. And that's just me doing the math in my head. And I don't know everything. That's just quick off the top of my head. Now I got to ask myself, do I believe that you had 250 grand to invest in Forex and a gamble and you just took the leap? It don't, is it possible? Yeah, if you are independently wealthy through your family, you hit the lottery and you just wanted to gamble. But you know, when you start doing things like trading, the very first thing they tell you, only put up the money that you're willing to lose because you could lose. No one would do that. Even people with money to burn, they not doing that, y'all. It's not happening. It doesn't make sense. People with bread, they understand the only purpose of money is to make money. They're going to put their money in places where they can get a guaranteed return on investment, if it's possible. But hey, what do I know? Some people think pickle tastes better cucumber. So what am I saying, y'all? Stop all the nonsense, y'all. Stop all the nonsense. Maybe he was trading, referring to paper trades. Maybe. You know they have this simulation on Market Watch. I think it's Market Watch. On Market Watch, they let you start off with $100,000. It's a game, but you can trade real stocks to learn how to trade. They also have these same simulations. I think on I don't think it's called Coinbase anymore. It's called something else. I can't think of the name of it. Where you can go and you can play with fake money and learn how to trade with real stocks or real currency, whatever you're playing with, right? Maybe that's what he was talking about. And even with that, he still would have needed 250 grand. Even with the fake trading, the game, he would have needed 250 grand to make $1 million in 5 months. I hope y'all catching this. What I should have asked, but I ain't want to dig too much deep into and waste some more time. I wanted to ask him how much was his first trade and what exactly was his first trade, and I could have backed back into it. But hey, we ain't gonna play the game. Say, is Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin what? They say Bitcoin going to 100,000. That's what they say, y'all. And it may. But they've been playing the game, y'all, something crazy. Now I bought Bitcoin when it was at around $6,000, and I held on to it. I ain't never did nothing with it. I still got it. I don't trade it. I don't do nothing with it. It just sitting. It's just sitting right now. It's been sitting for a while. Nobody hears that stuff though. So imagine the fool that I was when I bought Bitcoin when it was $6,000, and I bought a good amount of coins, y'all. And I watched it go all the way up to almost $70,000. But I said to myself, I can't do nothing right now because it's supposed to go to 100,000. So I waited, and then I watched that puppy drop down into the low 20,000. I still had to pay my bills. So what did that mean? I still had to do other work so my bills get paid because I couldn't touch that money. These cryptocurrency, y'all, they're not holding facility, boys and girls. They're lending institutions too. And they the most volatile lending institutions you will ever meet in your life. Knowing what I know now, they took my money and lended it out. But I'm not mad at it because I can't lose, right? If it's just in there. That's worse than me having my money in equity in a property, a rental property that I can't touch. I can't get it. Because if I do get it, guess what's going to happen? I got to pull it out a certain way so I don't get beat over the head with taxes. And then once I do pull it out a certain way, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Imagine, just for a second, if I would have knew what I knew now. Yeah, I know. They hype it all the way up so they can pull the rug back out. Imagine had I took all the money that I put into Bitcoin and I got a big old whole life insurance policy way back then. Mm, 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 mm. Imagine as I was putting that money into that policy, I was getting compound interest on that money and it was tax free. Mm, 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 mm. I could afford at that time, realistically, in the situation that I was in, to give up almost $35,000 to $40,000 a year into a policy. I want y'all to make this make sense now. If I'm giving up $30,000, $40,000 a year for a policy, almost 8, 9 years ago now, I want y'all to put this in perspective. On year 10, at $40,000 a year, how much money would that policy be at with compound interest? Anybody want to do the math? Had I been putting 30, 40, just say $40,000 a year for the last 10 years into that policy, over $1 million. Who cares about Bitcoin going to 100,000 when in 10 years I would have generated over $1 million tax free? Nobody hears this stuff. No one hears this though. So every time I hear somebody saying this, I'm thinking to myself, what you doing, it ain't gonna outperform these policies. The money ain't taxed, and you get compound interest. Think. Nobody hears this stuff. Let's just say Bitcoin by next year gets up to $100,000. By next year, right? That's year 10. Versus getting that policy, and by year 10, it being over $1 million, and I would have access to borrow that whole $1 million tax free. Which one is better? You tell me. Bitcoin to the moon. People don't understand, y'all. People don't understand. But nobody hears this stuff. You said you should be a millionaire for sure? Not really. I don't make no money. But I can tell you in the last 28 days, I done spent $1 million over it. I don't think you heard what I said. I ain't no millionaire because I ain't got no money. I'm in between blessings. But I can tell you in the last 58 days, I done spent over 7 figures. Uh-oh. And it wasn't doing Bitcoin. It wasn't doing cryptocurrency. Because when you know better, you do better. See, I'm explaining it to y'all. I do what the banks do, and I do what the super wealthy people do, the elite. I ain't getting that type of numbers because I ain't there yet. But the numbers that I generate in real life, most people can't wrap their brain around it. They just can't. And I get it. This is the reason why I go live and I show y'all all the things that I do in real time. Because I know people be on social media just talking. I know it. I get it. So when I say things like, all right, the next closing that I have, y'all, I'm going to be live. Well, closing, what are you talking about? When we finally close on that 1,157 acres of land, I'm going to go live. The same way I went live when we closed on the 41.5 acres of land. When I do things like go out and buy business vehicles and pay straight cash for it, I'm going to go live and I'm going to post these different things so you can see it. Can't make it up. Or like when we started this process, building out this 52 home subdivision, we getting rid of that now too, y'all. So when we go to that closing, I'm gonna be live on that one too. We built 29 homes, y'all. I was live in those homes. Why? Because I want y'all to see it and know that I'm not an anomaly. Y'all can do this stuff, y'all. This stuff ain't nothing. It ain't nothing magical about it. It's not a secret. You gotta stop spending your money on garbage. You gotta stop to the best of your power of being a consumer. The minute you stop being a true consumer, you can really win, y'all. you can really win. Yeah, I had to get rid of it, family. I didn't have to get rid of, but the person that made me an offer, they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Instead of it taking me another 18 months to finish out that subdivision, I can get it done in about 45 days. Not even 45 days, 32 days. It was getting sold anyway, so hey, I could get speed the money up so we can go on and put it in the next thing. Because the only purpose of money, y'all, is to make money. That's the only purpose of money, y'all, is to make money. Don't ever get it twisted, y'all, because it's not real, y'all. None of this stuff is real. None of it. You need four things, y'all, and four things only: food, water, shelter, clothes on your back. I don't sell land. Never have. You don't get it, dude. All right, let me explain. This subdivision that we were building out, we were selling those homes. We were selling it. You get it? It's two different things. The 242 and a half acres of land that we own, it wasn't included in the 55 acres for that subdivision. That's never been a part of the land that we own. We don't own that land, even though we own it long enough to build and sell. You get it? We have rental properties too, family. After the sale of this remaining this subdivision along with home number 29, we're probably going to add somewhere around about 60 more rental properties to the equation, minimally, which will put us somewhere around about 75 rental properties. Uh-oh. But that don't really matter, because them rental properties, they don't pay like them 100 acres of pecan tree. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. They don't pay like them 100 acres of pecan trees. They just don't. I don't even want to call that cash flow, because that would be disrespectful. Hopefully you catching this stuff. Them rental properties, long term, it'll do what it's gonna do, sure, because they paying down the equity as the value of it going up. But they don't pay like, and I can't say it because I don't want to get in trouble. They don't even pay like them 3 acres of this. They do, but not really. I'm hoping y'all picking this up. And just for those that have been on my live for more than the last 3 weeks, we're in a conversation right now with a major cell phone company. Oh, about to lease out some land to a cell phone company for some cell phone towers. Imagine that. Y'all, this stuff bigger than Nino Brown. A lot of times people can't even wrap their brain around these things, because the reality of it is it don't make logical sense, because they never heard this stuff before. Now I'm going to another livestock auction. I got to get my Wi-Fi box hooked up the right way. And I'm going to go live at the livestock auction. It's unreal, y'all. For the price of a pair of joints, you can get an 800-pound cow. For the price of a pair of Jordans, you can get an 800-pound cow. Actually, less. For the price of a manicure, pedicure, and some eyelashes, you can get a 900-pound cow. Oh my goodness. They was in there selling cows for $160, $240. Selling goat for like $90. I don't think people understand. I don't think people get it. Nobody hears this stuff Because you've been conditioned to be a consumer. So when you wake up in the morning, most people that are making money and making investments, they're looking at things like, I need cash flow. You got some people saying, still, cash is king. And I'm saying ain't none of it real. But in the meantime, while I'm saying that, I'm asking you, how do you like your omelet? I'm asking you, do you like filet mignon wrapped in bacon? You're a vegan. You like asparagus? You like broccoli? You gonna eat. All this stuff is coming from somebody's land, boys and girls. Don't ever get it twisted. You done went up to the Jamaican spot and got you some curry goat. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Now I don't eat nothing but chicken. It's coming from somebody's land too. But what do I know? I'm just a dude on the internet talking. I've been live now for the last 2 hours. Y'all know I ain't clocking in nowhere. Somebody better hit me. I think I saw Walter here. Shout out to Walt explaining to me, because I ain't know this, y'all. I didn't know them Georgia yellow pine trees really make money like that, y'all. And imagine I got 41 and a half acres of it. I got 41 and a half acres of it. I didn't know you make money off of these Georgia yellow pine like that. Shout out to you, family, because again, we here teaching each other. This not about me just flexing on people. I don't know everything. Y'all teach me too. This stuff is, I'm going to make sure I show you. That's the part that's scary about this, y'all. We don't know everything. We here to learn stuff. But listen, y'all, I'm telling you, the stuff that you didn't learn your whole life is garbage, y'all. You've been conditioned to be a consumer your whole life and follow direction by being the livestock. I'm going to say that again because I don't think people heard me. You've been conditioned to be the consumer while being taught how to be the livestock in real life. You are the livestock. Nobody hears that. Nobody believes that. You've been learning this stuff since you was a kid, a baby. You've been learning this stuff through elementary, through middle school, through high school, through college, and you learn it right now on your job. You learning this stuff right now on your job. You don't believe me? All right, somebody tell me, what time do you have breakfast? When is it over? When is breakfast over? Give me a time. What time breakfast is over, y'all? Anybody know? If you went to a restaurant today, a fast food restaurant, and you went and got some breakfast, what time is breakfast over? Do anybody know? 10:30. So anything before 10:30 is breakfast, right? 11, never. I got it. What time is lunchtime, y'all? All around the world, we know noon. 12 o'clock is that's lunchtime, y'all. What time is dinner? That's subjective. 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, no later than 8 p.m. It's crazy, y'all. Think about these times in your head. Let's go back to breakfast. Breakfast is just when you break your fast. I'm going to say that again. Breakfast is any time of the day. It's when you break your fast. If you spell it out, break, fast, that's what it is, boys and girls. It does not matter. That's the reason why it's the most important meal of the day. Why? Because if your body go into this thing called autophagy, it get rid of all those bad things inside of you. It eat off those bad cells, y'all. So why is it important? The longer you give your body time to rest before you break the fast, breakfast. Nobody hears this stuff, y'all. But what do they tell you? What do they tell you? Eat 6 times a day. You ain't never given your body an opportunity to rest, so you're spiking your insulin all day long. If your insulin is high, you can't lose weight. You can't burn fat. When your insulin is low, you lose weight and burn fat. So imagine you eat 6 times a day, 3 meals, 3 snacks. You know you're supposed to have a bowel movement every time you eat. How many bowel movements you have in a day? Uh-oh. Well, let's go back to some things that we can connect the dots on because we want to use common sense, right? If you look at your ancestors back in the day, they only ate 1 time a day, y'all. They wouldn't eat no breakfast. They ate 1 time a day. Why? Because they were going out to get the food, y'all. They were going out to get the food, y'all. You look at your ancestors back in the day, they weren't obese, but they've been conditioning you this way to eat all this garbage. Let's go a little bit further, y'all. Let's go a little bit further. When you had to get to school, what time you had to get to school? We're gonna start at elementary, at least by 8 o'clock, right? By 10 o'clock, the teacher then gave y'all a little breather. Get your wiggles out. Get your wiggles out by 10 o'clock. By noon, it's time for everybody to go to lunch. By 2 o'clock, no later than 3 o'clock, guess what? You got another 15-minute break to get your wiggle out. By 5 o'clock, you going home. That's what happened in elementary school. What happened in middle school? The same thing. What happened in high school? The same thing. When you got to college, they serve breakfast at a certain time, right? You had breaks in between your classes, right? Lunchtime, they serve lunch, y'all. Around 3 p.m., you have another break, right, y'all? By 5 o'clock, your day was over at your college, right? In most cases. Imagine you leaving college and you got the same setup on your job. Have you ever actually even YouTube a prison before and just see how it looks? Do you look at when the prisoners wake up? What time they eat? What time they get a lunch if they get one? What time they get dinner? They get free play. These cells look like classrooms. They lunchrooms look the same. They all eat out the same trays. What you have learned, people, is garbage. This is the reason why the present is not real. It's a gift for you to consume. But nobody hears this stuff because they think they know. They think they know. You've been getting trained this way your whole life. And what do you do when you get all emotional? You fall back on your training. Well, if you've been trained this stuff, when you hear something that don't make sense, that may hurt your feelings, what do you do? Fall back on your training? The world is a crazy place, y'all. But I can tell you, as a person that have done everything in his power to unlearn the garbage and relearn what I need to relearn, I know the present ain't real, y'all. All the stuff I'm saying to you right now is the present, and now it's the past. How is that possible? As soon as I said, y'all, it's the past. As soon as you blink, it's the past. As soon as you type something in the chat, it's the past. This stuff bigger than Nino Brown, baby. So look, y'all, I've been on here for some time. Hopefully, y'all have found some value out of this. If you found some value out of this, don't believe somebody that's telling you they made 7 figures off of Forex in 5 months. Especially if they can't explain it to you. Especially if they can't explain it to you. Y'all don't believe it. It's not a real thing, y'all. What is real is if you think, if you research and you take action, I promise you it's the secret that will unlock all this stuff, y'all. It will unlock all this stuff, y'all. Yeah. As soon as you think it, it's the past. 100%. As soon as you think it, it's the past, y'all. That's a crazy thought, y'all. But I can assure y'all this. When you all start to really unlock these different things, and it's gonna take time, don't get me wrong, y'all. This stuff don't happen overnight because you've been trained this way for the last however long you've been on this planet. You really have. I appreciate y'all. Like you think about even being an infant. Your parent is training you on that schedule. Why? You think about this. When you have a ladies, y'all know this probably better than some of the men, right? I was on land watch. But y'all think about when y'all got a newborn. What's the one thing that's just crazy for y'all? Y'all sleep schedule. Because they haven't conformed to your sleep schedule at all. They sleep when they want to sleep. They wake up when they want to wake up. They hungry when they want to be hungry. Right? So that means they're not fasting. Wrong. They fasting more than we fast. Imagine if you told somebody to go on a water fast for 1 day, people will freak out. Imagine you told them to go on there for 3 days, people will freak out. Imagine you told them for 7, a week, a month, people will freak out. Imagine if you told them to go on liquids for 7 days, they would lose their mind. How long does a baby go on liquids? And they still grow, they still get stronger, and the whole 9 yards. At least 6 months. At least 6 months. Nobody hears this stuff. At least 6 months. Our mindset, y'all, is jacked. What do we do to those babies? We condition them to get on this same program. I got to get their schedule right. I want them to be up all day. They need to be up. We're going to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning so we can walk them into this schedule. I'm going to make sure I can feed them by like 8 o'clock at the latest. I'm going to slowly but surely get them there. You even started to figure out how to get these babies cereal that they don't even need, but whatever. You get them a snack midday, around 10, 11 o'clock. Around noon, you're feeding them again for their lunch. You give them another snack, and then you're giving them dinner. You're conditioning these kids as babies, y'all. Because we think that's how it's supposed to be. This how long you've been in this mindset, y'all. This is how long. So what's crazy about this is you're not going to switch your way of thinking overnight. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. It's going to be all these things, but you can do it. Just use a little bit of common sense, y'all. Just use a little bit of common sense. So when I say things like, my baby boy, he different from all my other kids. Because majority of my other kids, majority of them, they didn't saw their daddy work and be in this system. My baby boy ain't never seen his mom and dad ever work a day in their life. He ain't never seen us work a day in his life, ever. My baby boy don't know what it's like to be in no apartment. My baby boy ain't never experienced being in a place less than 7,000 square foot. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying right now. Think about this for a second. My baby wasn't brought up. My baby boy wasn't brought up on juices. He'll go in there and grab a bottle of water. I want y'all to think about this. He like all the other kids, right? They'll grab an iPad or phone, tablet, whatever. They'll go get on the game. They'll do all this stuff. He'll go down to the arcade. My baby boy come down here right now. And I think I just heard him come down here. I can almost bet y'all if I walk in there right now, have a good one too, family. I can bet you right now he about to get on the arcade game and play Pac-Man right now. My baby boy. My other kids ain't coming out playing these arcade games. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 1 and 2, Pac-Man, Astro. We got all type of arcade games down here. They ain't coming down here to get on these games. He will. He could be on his tablet right now. I can walk out. I can walk upstairs, open the back door. He will hear that back door running. He will run, go put on his shoes, and run outside. He'd rather be outside than be on his game, than be on his tablet, to be on arcade. He would rather be outside, y'all. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it's from him seeing what we do, because what we gotta come in the realization of, our kids, they don't do what we say, they do what we do. They do what we do. My son picked up a lizard the other day. And I was like, where is he going with this lizard? He taking the lizard over, and there was a little black snake. It wasn't poison or nothing. And he put the lizard in front of the snake and wanted to see what they were gonna do. He ain't got no fears. The retainer wall on my backyard, he 3 years old climbing up the retainer wall, jumping off of it. I'm out there losing my mind, like, boy, don't do that. What is wrong with you? Teeth one day. His front teeth, we had to get them taken out, y'all. He cried for 30 seconds. But when he got his teeth taken out, the next week, he was back climbing on it again, trying to do the same thing. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. Think about what I'm saying. Your kids gonna do what you do. They don't care nothing about what you're talking about. Realtor Center said, pay up or we taking the furniture. You gonna have to bring the police with you. You want to get this furniture. We ain't open the door for you. We just gonna let you stay outside and knock. Oh my God, what's that? That was good. I ain't never seen Realtor Center on TikTok before. That's a good one right there. That's what's up. Well, look, y'all. The point that I'm making is this stuff is gonna take time, y'all. You gotta think, y'all. You gotta start digging in, doing some research, and you gotta take some action, y'all. Let me just say this, and I'm gonna end with this. R.I.P. to Lord Jacob Rothschild. Lord Jacob Rothschild, no matter if you love him, hate him, whatever it is, y'all. That cat, if you look at the things that him and his family did, it was very powerful. I talk about him being one of the people that's alive and well, worth $500 trillion. And he's not even on the list for the wealthiest person alive. It's normally Elon Musk or Bernard Arnault, right? So I no longer can say Lord Jacob Rothschild is the wealthiest person alive, live and well. So RIP to him. What I will be saying is Nathaniel Rothschild is the wealthiest person alive, and he's alive and well, worth $500 trillion, and he's not on the list. He's 52 years old. Mr. Rothschild passed away yesterday, y'all, at 87 years old. He passed away yesterday at 87 years old. It looks like, because I haven't heard who's taken over yet, but it looks like Nathaniel Rothschild at 52 years old is the person, the son that's actually gonna take the reins as the wealthiest person alive at $500 trillion and still not on that list, y'all. Uh-oh. So you won't be hearing me say nothing about Lord Jacob Rothschild. We're gonna let him rest easy. You will hear me talk about Nathaniel Rothschild going forward, boys and girls. Hope y'all heard that. Hope y'all heard that. Nathaniel Rothschild. Shout out to him. And it looks like, from everything that I've seen about his son, we do still have her. Shout out to her. Miss E is still here. But it looks like everything that I've seen about his son, he's following in his footsteps of his father, his grandfather, his great grandfather, his great 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 grandfather. It looks like he's following in the same footsteps, y'all. And he's been following those footsteps this whole time. So I don't think nothing really gonna change in that bloodline the way most people think, oh, he's gonna blow the money. No, he been trained really good, y'all. He been trained really, really good. Mm, Shout out to that, y'all. Say any women on that list? The Queen was up there. She was. Queen Elizabeth was up there. She really was. But she didn't have nothing on Mr. Lord Jacob Rothschild. R.I.P. to him again. So look, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the live today. As soon as I get out, this live will be up on YouTube. It will be up under the live section on Zabo 103. The live from last night, I did get a chance to download it and upload it. That live will be uploaded hopefully within the next hour or so as well. So you're going to get two lives today that's going to pop on, or two replays that's going to pop up on the YouTube at Zabo 103. So if you missed the live for any reason today, you can go over to Zabo 103 and check it out. And remember, boys and girls, forget what I'm talking about. Research over me search, boys and girls. Because when you know better, you do better. So go do your research and apply the information, boys and girls. In the meantime, look, y'all be good. I have fun being bad. And I'll see y'all on the other side of the sun. Peace.